Have you ever woken up from a dream that felt more real than your waking life? A dream that followed you into the morning, that sat with you during breakfast, that made you wonder what your mind was trying to say. Carl Jung believed dreams are not random noise. They're not your brain taking out the trash. They're letters from a part of you that only speaks in symbols. Messages from the unconscious. Your conscious mind is the part of you that plans and worries. It's the voice that narrates your day. But beneath it lives something much older, something that knows you better than you know yourself. Jung called this the unconscious, not Freud's basement of repressed desires, but a vast inner ocean, a place where forgotten memories live alongside ancient human wisdom, where your unlived life waits patiently. And dreams are how this ocean speaks to you. When your defenses are down, when your ego stops performing, when you're finally quiet enough to listen, the unconscious sends up images. But here's the problem. The unconscious doesn't speak your language. It doesn't use words or logic. It speaks in the oldest language humans have, the language of symbols and stories. This is why dreams feel so strange. You're watching a movie written in a foreign language, a language you once knew as a child, before you learned to think in straight lines, before logic took over. Jung spent his life learning to translate dreams, not with a universal dream dictionary. Those are useless, he said, because your unconscious speaks in your personal dialect. Your symbols are yours alone. A snake in your dream doesn't mean what a book says it means. It means what snakes mean to you, what they've always meant in your private mythology. Your unconscious knows your history. So when you dream of your childhood home, you're not dreaming of a building. You're dreaming of what that building represents. Safety, suffocation, the version of you that still lives there, the child you left behind. Jung said dreams have two main purposes. The first is compensation. Your psyche trying to balance you out. If you're too rigid during the day, your dreams will be wild, chaotic, uncontrolled. If you've been ignoring your emotions, they'll flood your dreams. If you've been playing it safe, your unconscious will send you on dangerous adventures. It's trying to complete you, make you whole. The second purpose is more mysterious. Jung called it the prospective function, dreams that show you possible futures, not prophecy, but your unconscious running simulations, testing paths forward.
Your unconscious sees things your conscious mind misses, patterns you're not ready to admit, dangers you're ignoring, opportunities you're too afraid to take, and it shows you through dreams. Have you ever dreamed of being unprepared for an exam or naked in public? These aren't random anxieties. They're your psyche saying you're not ready, something in your life feels exposed, vulnerable. Jung said pay attention to the feeling in the dream, not just the plot. The emotion is the message. Fear, shame, joy, longing. These feelings are what your unconscious wants you to notice. Then there's the shadow, Jung's most famous concept. The parts of yourself you've rejected, the traits you've buried, the desires you won't admit. These don't disappear, they live in your unconscious. And they show up in your dreams, usually as other people. The angry figure chasing you, the seductive stranger, the wise old person. These aren't random characters, they're you wearing masks. Jung said if someone in your dream triggers a strong reaction, ask yourself this: what quality do they represent? What am I seeing in them? Because you're probably seeing yourself, a disowned part. The shadow isn't always negative. Sometimes you've buried your power, your creativity, your confidence. You dream of someone bold and free, and you wake up jealous. That's your unlived life calling. Recurring dreams are especially important. Your unconscious doesn't give up easily. If you ignore a message, it sends it again and again, each time more urgent, more dramatic, until you finally listen. Jung had a patient who kept dreaming of climbing a mountain. Each time she turned back before reaching the top. In waking life, she kept quitting things, jobs, relationships. The dream was showing her pattern. When she finally understood, the dreams changed. She reached the summit, not because Jung told her what it meant, but because she recognized herself in the image. That's how dream work succeeds.
Jung also spoke of big dreams, dreams that feel different. Numinous, sacred, dreams that shake you, that change something in you permanently. These come from deeper waters, the collective unconscious. This is Jung's radical idea, that beneath your personal unconscious lies something older, a psychological inheritance shared by all humans, patterns and images that existed before you. Archetypes, the wise old man, the great mother, the hero's journey, the trickster. These aren't inventions, they're structures in the human psyche, and they appear in dreams across cultures, across time, universal symbols. When you dream of a wise old woman giving you advice, that's not your grandmother. That's the archetype of wisdom, your psyche accessing ancient human knowledge, guidance older than language. Jung said, modern people are cut off from these deeper layers. We live in our heads, in our screens, in our schedules. We've forgotten how to listen to the ancient voice. Dreams reconnect us. Nightmares are particularly valuable. They're not punishments. They're emergency broadcasts. Your unconscious screaming, "Pay attention, something is wrong, you're heading toward danger, wake up, please." Jung had a patient who dreamed repeatedly of falling. Falling from buildings, from cliffs, from planes. She was a successful businesswoman, on the outside climbing, but inside free falling, losing herself. The nightmare forced her to ask, what am I actually falling from? What have I built that doesn't feel solid? The dream wasn't predicting disaster, it was diagnosing one already happening. To work with dreams, Jung said, keep a journal. Write them immediately upon waking, before your conscious mind edits them, before logic makes them make sense. Capture the strangeness. Don't interpret right away. Sit with the images. Let them work on you. Notice which parts won't leave you alone, which symbols pull at something deep. Your unconscious knows which parts matter most. Ask the dream questions. Not what does this mean, but how does this image feel? Where have I felt this before? What in my waking life matches this energy? Let answers come slowly. Jung used a technique called active imagination. You take a dream image and continue it while awake. You enter the dream consciously, dialogue with the figures, ask them what they want. Listen. This sounds strange to our rational minds, but Jung insisted these figures have wisdom. They're parts of you with information your ego doesn't have. Treat them as real. They are real. Psychologically real.
Sometimes dreams show you what you want, but won't admit. A different life, a different version of yourself. Jung said these aren't fantasies to dismiss. They're roads your soul wants to explore. Other times dreams reveal what you're becoming. Not who you are now, but who you're growing toward. The person you're afraid to become. The transformation waiting. Your unconscious sees it first. Jung believed the unconscious is always trying to move you toward wholeness. Toward what he called individuation. Becoming fully yourself. Not the self others want. Not the self you pretend to be. Your true self. Dreams show you the gaps, the missing pieces, the unlived parts. They show you what needs attention, what needs integration, what you've been avoiding. They're not cruel. They're precise. Some people say they don't dream. Jung said everyone dreams. You've just stopped remembering. You've built walls between conscious and unconscious. The messages still come. You're just not receiving them. To remember dreams, you must value them. Tell yourself before sleep, I want to remember, I'm listening, create space for them. Your unconscious responds to attention, to genuine curiosity, to respect. Jung said the psyche is self-regulating. Like the body heals a wound, the unconscious tries to heal psychological imbalance. Dreams are part of this healing. They show you what needs tending, where you're wounded. But healing requires participation. You can't just have the dream, you must engage with it, honor it, let it change you. This is the difference between dreaming and dream work. Work requires your presence. Dreams also reveal your relationship with yourself. Are you kind to the dream figures, afraid of them, controlling? How you treat them reflects how you treat your own inner life, your own depths. Jung spent years exploring his own dreams, especially during his break with Freud, when he felt lost, alone. His dreams became his guides, his teachers. They showed him a path forward through the darkness. He dreamed of descending into caves, of meeting strange figures, of ancient symbols he'd never seen. These dreams became the foundation of his entire psychology, his life's work, born from listening. This is the gift of dreams. They give you access to wisdom you didn't know you had, creativity you didn't know existed, solutions your conscious mind couldn't find. They make you bigger than yourself. But you have to be willing to not understand right away, to sit in the mystery, to trust that meaning will emerge. This is hard for modern minds. We want instant answers. Dreams don't work that way. Some dreams won't make sense for years. Then one day you're living through something difficult, and suddenly you remember that dream from 3 years ago. It was showing you this, preparing you. Jung said the unconscious sees in the dark. It knows things your conscious awareness hasn't caught up to yet. It lives outside of linear time. Past, present, future blur, everything is now. Working with dreams changes you slowly, not through big revelations, through small shifts in awareness. You start noticing patterns, themes, the same lessons appearing in different costumes, different stories, same truth. You become more honest with yourself. Dreams don't lie, they can't, they have no agenda except wholeness. They show you exactly what you need to see, even when it's uncomfortable, especially then. Eventually you develop a relationship with your unconscious. A dialogue, you start to trust it, to consult it. You realize you're not alone in your own mind. There's something else there, something wise, something old. Jung said the goal isn't to control your unconscious, it's to befriend it, to create a partnership between conscious and unconscious, between ego and soul. This is wholeness. This is what dreams are guiding you toward. So the next time you wake from a strange dream, don't dismiss it. Don't let it fade. Write it down, sit with it. Ask what it's trying to show you. Your unconscious has been waiting to be heard. Maybe it's showing you a fear you need to face. Maybe a desire you've been ignoring. Maybe a version of yourself you're ready to become. Maybe it's just saying, I'm here, I see you, you're not alone.